there, Stephanie Camerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with the Dark Pool Whispers of the week for May 21st. But before we get to this week's Whispers, let's just briefly talk about last week's. Wow, we had some phenomenal trades last week's. We had 30% ROI. Big winners was the silver on the short side, FCX on the long side, DVN. That was a great trade. And let's not forget SYMC off those massive prints. XRT, another good one. So following the dark pool definitely gives us an edge over other traders that are not. So yeah, we had lots of dark pool activity this week. So excited to share that with you guys. Let's start with the SPY. Yeah, the SPY. So we did have a couple of levels this week. On Friday was the big one, 9.5 million at 272.05. So here's how we're going to trade it this week. We're going to be bullish above 273, and we're going to be bearish below 272.05. That was the big level. 270 is the next big level below us. So if we break below that, look out below. I could see us coming all the way back down to this 267.50 level. Let's go to the Russell, the IWM. Key levels to watch. We were bullish above 160 last week, had a really nice run to 162. This week, we're going to be bearish below 169.69. We had some prints there, and we have a possible evening star pattern. Green candle, doji looking. If we have a red candle on Monday, then I can see a pullback down to this 160 level, really key. Let's go to the QQQs because this is where a lot of action is happening, looking bearish for a lot of the tech companies. I'll be going over a lot of trades with you in just a minute on specific stocks, but the QQQ, we're going to be bearish below 167.50, and I'm only going to be bullish above 170. All right, so let's move on to AKS. By the way, not too many huge prints on gold, so I'm going to wait for that. But AKS, massive prints coming in at $4.50. You can see it's been in a downward trend, and we did break this T-spot right here, the trend change. I'm going to be bullish above 462. As long as we stay above 462, I like it. And I do have some targets, 5 and 525. And I'm going to be bearish if it can't hold 450. All right, so if we do come down and break below 450, going to turn bearish for AKS. Let's go to silver. SLV. We had some big prints, 1.3 million at 1532. So we're going to be bullish above 1550. And I do have some price targets. 16 all the way up here. Yeah, and 1612. Now here's how it works with targets. I can be bullish, I can be in a trade. If I see selling coming in, I'm going to get out, okay? We're tape readers, but these are my targets if we can stay above these levels, and I will definitely send a push notification if I see big prints on silver this week. If you're in my trading room, though, you'll see firsthand, and you'll see us trading it. So that's definitely the best place to be. If you can be in our room, definitely come on in. You're going to learn so much. But these are key levels that we're watching. And I'm going to be bearish below 1525. If we can't hold that level, and 15 would be my target on the downside. Let's go to FCX. This has been one of the best trades over the past 2 weeks. I love FCX. We get prints on it, and it trades so perfectly in the levels. We had some 17 calls this week that hit. So what are we watching this week? Well, we did have Some prints coming in this week at about $16.89. Really pretty big prints. So going to be bullish above 17. 17.75 and 18.50 are my next high-end targets. Going to be bearish below 16.50. Let's move on to energy. Yeah, this, we've been super uber bullish, but you know what? We've had a lot of bearish prints this week. Definitely some volume coming in. Is this the top? Well, I don't know, but we're going to definitely watch these levels. So let's start with PBR. Very big prints at 16.67. We closed below that. I'm going to be bearish below 16. Targets on the downside, 15.50 and 15.25. Let me just draw some lines here. And there's the gap. Now we have a gap here. I want to kind of show you this gap trade. And remember how it works? They like to take it down to the strongest level before the gap, bounce it up, and then fill in the gap. Okay, so that's why those are my two first levels for short covering right there at 15.50. And then a bounce. And then if we break below 15.50, then there's another trade to 15. Let's go to XLE. You can see it's been on a tear. And we had a big print on this. Yeah, 78.46. So we are going to be bearish below 78. And my first target would be around 77.25. I can see a retracement trade back down to the 8 exponential moving average. That's that black line on my chart. Yeah, whenever we get prints above it, we usually retrace. There's going to be support there, so that's like my target there. If we can close below 77, all right, then we have trades down to 76, and each moving average and level below that. But that would be your first trade there. XOP. Yeah, let's go over XOP. Similar looking chart. We had 43.50 prints on this. So I'm going to be bearish below 43. All right, key level there. And my targets are going to be 42.50 and 42. And again, this is another retracement trade. There's that 42.50 and 42. And I expect to see some more prints this week. Let's go on to ECA. We had a lot of prints on ECA as well. I'm going to be bullish above 1380. Target would be 14. And I'm going to be bearish below 1325. Okay, my first target would be 13, then 1280. I drew a lot of trend lines. See my trend lines going all the way back. Love it. Stocks love to trade on channels, especially when we're trending. So those are always my key targets when we come down to those trend lines. And yeah, so 13, 1280, and 1250 for the downside. Right around that level on the downside. And here's my bullish trade to the upside. All right, let's move on to XOM because I love this one. A lot of my traders and I are already in this from Friday. We had some really big prints in the beginning of the day. 81.65 and 81.69, and we closed below the prints. If you're not in it, still bearish below 81.50. Target is going to be 80.50. Again, see, here's that gap trade. So they'll most likely take it. Well, 81 will be support there. I'll definitely take some profit there. But 80.50, bounce, and then a gap trade. Now we have another gap down here. So then we can come down to 79, pull up, and then fill that gap in. So as long as we stay below the prints, and I will definitely post if I see some more prints coming in. Let's go to XLE. But you can see how all these energy oil stocks are starting to look Oh, I'm sorry. I did already go over XLE already. I did that twice. Sorry about that. Let's move to banks. Yeah, I was so excited I put XLE in there twice. XBE, S&P Bank. We had prints at 49.92, and I'm also seeing, bearish prints on the bank stocks. So we're going to be bearish below 49.50. And target's going to be 49. Let me just draw a line there so you can see. Okay. And I'm only going to be bullish above 50.25. And you see I've drawn these long trend line. We've been in this channel. So only if we can break above this channel, above those prints, would I be bullish? And of course I'm going to be bearish below there. We could go all the way to the bottom of this channel as well. But I like to take it one level at a time. So let's go to the next one, Bank of America. So we hit the top of this channel this week, pulling back. We had prints at 31.10. So I'm only going to be bullish above 31.25. And I'm going to be bearish below 30. That's the next big level just below us. The first time it hits, there's going to be buyers. Let it bounce. The second time, usually 25 minutes later, at least. If we break below, if we close below 30, yes, that's going to be very bearish. And my target is 29.50, 29. Wells Fargo, I like this one. We've been trading this one. Yeah, this one is like uber bearish. Been in a downward trend, hit the top of this channel. 55 is such a key level. I'd only be bullish if we could break above 55, but I'm bearish below 54. We had a 1.7 million print at 54.19. We had 2.6 million prints at 54.13. So I am bearish on Wells Fargo. As long as it stays below 54, my targets are 53.25. Okay, which is right about here where the 50 is. And then, of course, 52.50, and then the bottom of the channel, 52 would be my last target. Let's move to technology, because that's also not looking too pretty, you guys. Oh, no. We hit the top of these channel on XLK, and we had big prints coming in, 69.88, a million shares, and 600,000. 69.91. So I'm bearish below 69. Target is 68.50 and 67.50. Right? So you can see we're most likely going to come down. Here's that first support and then the bottom of the channel. Probably take a bounce. And then if we can't hold 67.50, we'll most likely come down to about that 66.50 area. Let's go to NVIDIA. Wow, we had monster prints on NVIDIA. Biggest prints, 1 million at 246. And then another 400,000 at 246.04. So we're going to be bullish if we can. And you see how we came down to the bottom of this channel? Yeah, so I'm only going to be bullish above 247.50. 250, another really key level. If we closed above 250, then I can see a move to the top of this channel. However, if we close below 245, look out below, okay? Bearish trade, that's a huge print. My first target would be 240 and then 235. Okay, but obviously if we can't hold that, there's more room to the downside. Let's go to Facebook, another one with really big prints this week. We had a 1.4 million at 183.79, a 500,000 at 182.96, another 500,000 at 182.76. So we are going to be bearish below 182. Okay, you can see it's just teetering there at the end of the day. We have a trade down to 180, and then 178. Only going to be bullish above 184, and then of course there's a trade to the upside of that channel. Let's go to STM. ST Microelectronics, the Internet of Things. We had a 1 million print at 24. So we are going to be bearish on STM below the prints, below 23. And again, I'm using my channel lines that I've drawn down to 23. You can see there's a lot of moving averages there. Pretty much would be a free fall. And then, of course, buyers will come in at 23. And then if it can't hold that, 2250 would be the next. Because you see there's a gap in the chart. You guys seeing the patterns? Right? They'll most likely take it down, push it up, and then fill in the gap. And let's go on to semiconductor ETF, SMH. Yeah, we had prints 104.66, 104.90, and 105.10. So here's the trade setups. We're going to be bullish above 105.20. Okay, then there's a trade to the top of this channel. And then we're going to be bearish below 104.50. All right, 104. Also bearish below. Our targets would be 103.50. And of course, last target 102.50 would be my last target for that. Let's go to CVS. Yeah, we had a nice big print on CVS, $65.80. It's been in a sideways consolidation. So here's my two trade setups, and I'm prepared to go in both directions. Bullish above 66, my target would be 69 area. And I'm going to be bearish below 65, and my target is going to be about 62.50. XLB. Yeah, look at these trend lines I drew for this. I went all the way out, and we can see we have resistance at 60. We had prints that came in 59.82, 58.51, 58.75. So I'm going to be bullish above 60. And my target's going to be the top of this channel, which is about 61.25. Let's go on to XLP. Consumer staples. We had prints at 49.85, 600,000. We had 49.50. So here's how it's going to work for consumer staples. Going to be bullish, only above 50. Okay, my targets are going to be 51, 52. Going to be bearish below 49.50. Yeah, below here. And then my targets would be to the downside of this channel, 49 and 48.50. All right, let's switch gears to Time Warner, TWX. TWX, we had massive prints, 1.5 million at 94.42, another million at 93.55. So we're going to be bullish above 95, and there's a lot of room to go to 96. Now the 200's there. If we can break above that, obviously we would go to the back to the top. We had a triple top here. Yeah, that's bearish, and that's why we came all the way down here. But these are really key levels to the upside. Big prints have big moves. Going to be bearish below 93. Okay, down to the downside of this channel if it can't hold there. Let's go to Altria, MO. Big prints for MO. 55.39. This has been an ugly chart. Let me show you here. Yeah, it's just been an ugly downward trend, but we've had some really big consolidation here, and I love that. The dark pool is getting in, and I'm going to be bullish above 56. You can see there's a lot of room to go. We'll be above the prints to about that 58 area, and then, of course, if it can break above that, 60 is the 50 moving average. Only going to be bearish below 55. And yeah, room to go down to about 54 would be my first target on the downside there. Now, we had crazy prints coming in on SRC, Spirit Realty. Holy cow, 16 million prints between $8.28 and $8.34. So really easy. Going to be bullish if it could break above 850. Here's a longward chart. You know, we've had big spikes of volume back here. Here was another one, and those were tops. So I'm not sure if it's buying or selling. We don't need to know yet. We're just going to use these levels. If it's buying, we should break above 850. And then we'll have a trade to the top, 870, 880. And then, of course, if it is selling SRC, we're going to be bearish below 825, and we'll most likely come down to the bottom of this channel, or even 780. 8 or 780 would be my targets on the downside. Let's go to Aetna. Yeah, I like Aetna a lot. We've been in this wedge formation, and we had a very large 1.3 million print, 176.91. So I'd like to break out of this wedge. If this is smart money buying, we should. So I'm going to be bullish above 178. And then there's a trade to 180, 182, 182.50, right? Even 185. I love that on the long side. However, if it's smart money selling, going to be bearish below 175, and there'll be a trade down to 172.50 to the bottom side of the wedge. But it is seasonality for Aetna. Usually this time of year it does go up, so watch that. Also, Altria, MO, seasonality is bullish right now as well. So we have just two more. We have JetBlue. We had a pretty big print on JetBlue, $500,000, $19.13. Gonna be bearish below 1887. Target would be 1850. NKR, Kroger. Wow, 7 million printed, okay, at $25. That was on Friday. So we're going to be bullish. Let me get my marker out here. We're going to be bullish above 25. We want to give that a little bit of room. 25.50, we're going to be bullish. And we should go back up to the top of the channel, 26.25. It's a lot of volume. So if it is buying, we could easily break above that and have an even bigger trade to about 28. However, going to be bearish below 24.50. We have a trade down to 24, but if it is selling, we should break down to about 23. So come watch me trade all these stocks live. All day long I share my screen and I teach you how to trade. I show you when to enter, how to enter, what strikes. You know, we mostly do options in our room, but you can trade stocks. But I'll show you and call out the option trades that I'm entering and teach you so much. So happy trading this week. If you have any questions, you can always email me, Stephanie@thestockwhisperer.com. Come sign up for a trial, www.thestockwhisperer.com. Happy trading, everybody.
No thinking, that's my secret. Gotta keep it my secret. My secret.